You are most welcome back from the short break. And before we went away, we were looking at the practical ways that we can bond with our children. I'm still your host, Mrs. Miriam Birakwate Mkomboz, and we thank you for always watching this show. Mama Tama, back to you again.
Yes.
And of course, you are still continuing with the
Yes.
practical ways, and you're the right person.
Very interesting.
Yes.
So I was telling you about the practical ways of bonding.
Yes.
You know, parents out there, we live in this broken world that is so noisy, and it can be so confusing, especially for our children who are growing up. So imagine when you're not bonded to your children, they get confused, they get answers from everywhere and all over the place. So one of the things we need to do is, you know, there's this disease of us parents saying abazadde or abakulu tebasomya. Have you heard of that thing? They're not wrong, but I don't believe in it. Okay?
But there's a proverb which answers.
So the thing is, as a parent, when you have wronged your child, be humble and apologize. It took me a while to learn that, and I learned it the painful way after I had interacted with my daughter when she was still young, early teenage. You know, we had an outing and we talked, and later I realized, oops, I am a mother who does not apologize. Very sad. Yeah. And so I had to make up and, you know, rebuild that broken wall. So apologize. It is very simple. I know very hard because the pride that eats our hearts as human beings, you know, takes us up. But yeah, apologize. Very good to apologize. And then also, it's good to have a time to listen to them. Yeah, listen to them. Because we are used to the thing of lecturing.
Yeah.
You know, I know it all. I'm a mother. They must listen to me. Neda, we need to find time.
You know it all.
You know, need to find time and listen and allow them to share their opinion, okay? And guide them and listen and share together. Involve them in life, in family things. Of course, being present is very key, as I already shared. Be present in their lives. Go for their VD, go for their class days. You know, those small things. They matter right from their little age up to now. So be present. And one of the ways I have been present, I was from that age of bonding. You've heard of Bible Study Fellowship?
Yes.
Bible Study Fellowship is the place to go for children. All my children have been to Bible Study Fellowship right from when they are so young, okay?
That's
And
nice.
the most interesting one is Ezra David, the last one. For him, he started his Bible study at 6 weeks. Not 6 months. 6 weeks. Bible study has beautiful programs where they teach children. So all those beginning years of my children, we went to Bible Study Fellowship. I was present at every one of them. They love the Bible. They preach so well, okay? Wherever they are in the spaces they are great leaders and they preach well because of that time of being present. So let's learn to be pushy. To be present, not pushy. Also learn to listen more to them and also share moments. What do I mean by sharing moments? Even a simple taking a walk with your child, just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that is something, you know, helping them to build that security that they are loved, they matter is very important. Another favorite thing, of course, we enjoy as a family, the Sembira family, we sing a lot together. For those who have been following, we had a very beautiful hymn we sang during the Easter. I had never heard or sang the Luganda version of the old rugged cross. It was beautiful. Each one of us enjoyed. So those moments to sing, if you can sing together. Another thing we enjoy together is...
I think that also helps the children to identify their talent.
Their gifts.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you help them and nurture them. The other practical thing you can do is even simple games. People who love maybe Scrabble. I love Scrabble. So finding time to play Scrabble or any other games. We also have a favorite game we play. That is the word game.
Word game. Oh.
It's very interesting.
Wonderful.
It is a game that cuts across all ages and it will keep you bonded. Trust me. Yeah. So it's those little small things, Another way is buying gifts, buy gifts and share gifts with them. Also allow them to buy gifts for you. Give them responsibilities, like when we are organizing something, doesn't have to be you, the mother, in charge or the father. Each one should take a responsibility. So that has really helped us to bond.
That's nice.
Yeah, those are some of the simple activities we have done. Yeah, to
Thank
bond
you so much
together.
for sharing. And of course, as Christians, I know you read the Bible
Yes,
together.
we do very much.
Yes, but of course we should not be, should not exaggerate it all the time. We are going to read the Bible together. That is not the only activity that you can do. She has just shared. You can play games. You can go out of your home and share a meal. You can, so that you're able, in the different settings or in the different spaces they are in, they are able to open up for you as a parent. They might not open up at home, during Bible study, but now when you go into singing, because I know some of your boys play instruments,
not some,
others,
all
of them.
They all do.
That's beautiful. And this is something that started way back when they were very, very young. And so you're able to identify the talent of your child. Praise the Lord. So please identify right now. Write down, what are we going to do to bond with our children, you as parents. And when you talk about presence is not just you being just at home. Because you might be just at home, you're present, but you're not available for them. You don't listen to them. You're always scrolling on your phone. You're talking to strangers. We are now into the thing of likes. The more you post, the more likes you have. But imagine you're so close to the strangers out there on social media, but not close to your family members. So let's be present intentionally by listening, so that you're physically present and also mentally present. That's a wonderful talk and journey that you have with your children. So our last episode was about addiction. We hosted two gentlemen here who have gone through addiction. That is Joseph and Christian, for those who watched our last episode. And it was an interesting journey. But what we discovered is that we are not here to judge, but you find that there was a gap. Yeah, exactly. There was a gap because they used to close themselves out. They secluded themselves. Because that is where you come in. When you're very present in their lives, you're able to identify, my child is an outgoing child. What is happening? My child loves singing. He no longer sings. What is happening? So, as a parent, as a mother, how can we avoid such behaviors like addiction? Yes.
Thank you very much for sharing that. I followed the story of these young men. It is a very touching story. And of course, as a mother, I was touched and I was like, okay, so this is how we create or we leave loopholes, okay? As parents.
And actually, I want to add that they were church boys. They used to go to church with their parents. They are just good boys. Yes. We also need to note that. Yes.
So, how can we close that gap like I've said, the bonding must start from where? That
From
one we
the
have
womb.
emphasized, from the womb, and building the bond as we go on, visiting them in school, buying them those gifts, knowing what they want, and also exposure, okay? Expose them to the right, maybe books to read and whatever. But also, as you've said, the word church boys. As a pastor's wife, it's very easy for me to pick my children, okay, and take them to church every day or whatever fellowship it is. And then maybe when Sunday comes, I throw them to Sunday school. Maybe they will find Jesus there. But as a parent, I need to walk them even that journey of salvation. Yes. So that my children are not claiming their father's salvation. Because remember, salvation is individual. So challenging them, first of all, talking to them and sharing the gospel with them before I let them go out there. I'm also following up on them. Are they walking the right path? And remaining present and in touch with them. Yeah, like one of the shows we had on Family TV about managing screen time. I shared a story of how you can, I told the viewers that all of us in the house have gadgets. Everyone has their phone, even the 15-year-old. But you cannot be there tiptoeing to see what they are watching all the time. It is difficult for teenagers, okay? But what you can do is have conversations. Sit, converse, observe. How is their character? Is there any change? Because some of the things will truly show out, okay? Now, like the story of the boys, the addiction story, how they started to withdraw, that kind of thing. So that takes observation. You cannot just assume and say my children are saved, so they are okay, they are safe. And also I cannot be there tiptoeing to see, what are they watching? What are you watching? But just being friends and understanding what they are going through and watch out for anything. If there's anything, we also have children counselors. You may not be there to pull out everything from them, but ensuring that you have a talking space. I thank God for our daughter. She's a great counselor. Okay. Wow. I feel so relieved, So when I haven't had time to talk to the boys, I know they have where
their big sister
speak, because she's a great counselor. And so they find time and pour out their hearts. And of course, maybe through experience or what she can read their minds or whatever it is, and is available to help them. So she's a great assistant mother to them,
just like any other firstborn.
Exactly. So they have that space to speak, okay, safe space. Then one of the other things is to find mentors, okay, mentors who are going to guide them, to build them and help them. And of course, as father and mother, okay, husband and wife, we need to be on the same page. Maybe say discipline or being together as a family, It's very important because children learn more from what they observe, not what you say. So what I and my husband do and how we live will definitely affect them. So it's very important as husband and wife to be together, to walk in the same,
That's lovely. Thank you so much for sharing and being able to open up about your journey, and being intentional, because you did it right from the beginning, from the time you got your firstborn, and you intended to be present in your children's lives. So that means that we have to be on the lookout as parents. We have to monitor, and of course we set boundaries, like we said last time, and also bond, three of them. But not to just bond or just monitor once. What is on the phone? What is no. They are just going. You don't know the tricks they have.
Exactly.
They are just going to hide information from you. That's because they know how to even lock the apps.
Exactly.
All the apps. So you cannot access that phone.
They are more exposed.
And that is where because we shared different types of addiction. It is not only drugs. We have social media, pornography. You don't know what they're always scrolling. Yeah, you're praying, and by the way, let me address this. Do you know, in church services, their parents, when a child is crying, 2 years, 3 years, yeah, mommy, you just get
and throw it at them.
The children are always scrolling through. They are always on games. You, the parent, you are attentive to the sermon or to what is being talked about. Your child is on phone. Can we please stop it? Please let us stop it. Because now, if a child cannot attend to a sermon, a 20-minute sermon, what kind of adult are you raising? What kind of husband are you raising? What kind of wife are you raising? These are the people who leave their partners, in the sitting room. You go to the bedroom on your phone. Like, you cannot hold a meaningful conversation with your loved one. So let it end now. When we are in church, we are in church. And by the way, we might say, she's just 2 years, she'll cry, she'll do what? Now there you are not setting boundaries. You're not being a good parent. And in future, it will just come back to you. Yeah? You sit with that person, you cannot hold a conversation. They cannot look into your eyes because what they know is screen. Their friends screen. Everything here. So let us do it now so that we save the future, we save the nation.
Can I add on something
small
about the scrolling of the phone?
Yes, please.
You've talked more about scrolling the phone in church, but you see, even at home, you've come to visit, and then you're on the phone.
Even the
children, they see and they learn from it. So it's good to teach them that when a guest has come, attend to that person, entertain them. We also have meetings. Okay.
Family meetings.
Even work meetings. When you go for meetings, you need to attend.
People on the screen.
Yeah, which is very sad.
God have mercy on us. Yeah.
So it's not only the church, it's even in those places.
I think we shall get a show just about phones.
We need to.
We shall. Now you were on another show, so we shall host you for this. How do we manage? Because even in offices, we are in meetings. It is bad. And of course, other forms of addiction is food. Do you know there are people who cannot control themselves when they see food? There are people who love meat. Oh my God! When it is meat time.
Yes.
Praise the Lord. May the Lord help us. There are people, there are men who are addicted to alcohol.
Yeah.
They drink 24/7. Minus it, they don't perform.
Yeah.
I know people, before they embark on long journeys, highways, they cannot drive minus taking in something. May the Lord have mercy on us. Then there's betting. I had an opportunity to invigilate examinations in the secondary schools of Kampala. You're checking the pockets. Guess what I would find most? Betting slips. Like 80% of boys' pockets, those slips. So please monitor your children about betting. Yeah? So may God help us as we raise our children, and we are trying to...
Is there also sex addiction?
Yes. Maybe we shall talk about it in the next show, but it is also there. That there are men and even women who cannot control themselves.
Which is very sad.
Yeah, as soon as you see a woman, you want to not engage with her, minus knowing where or what she does, where she comes from. But for you, you are interested in having intimacy with that person. But the Lord is always ready to help us go through and recover what has been stolen from us. As we conclude,
yes, my dear,
do you have any special message for the mothers out there? Actually, Parents.
Parents.
Yes.
Yes, I do. And as we continue this parenting journey, you know, it is very sacred. It's very important. And of course, many of us have gone through those challenges. But as we're talking about bonding, you know, when your child is at school, one of the things that you can do is find someone at school, a class teacher or someone who will be there at school in your place to monitor your child, to talk to them, to love them when you're not there. So keeping in touch with school and them, and also when they come for holiday, be present as we see it, love on them, listen to them, engage in the things that we shared earlier. And for those who feel like you are disconnected with your child, it is not too late, okay? Children respond to love, whatever age it is. Love on them, reach out to them, okay? Affirm them, tell them how much you love them. Even just a hug, even if you don't speak much, just hug them, okay? Hug them and listen to them. And for those who are working, yes, we are busy, we are working, but we need to intentionally find time. Make time, be there, be present. Let us not delegate our parenting role to maids, which is the sad thing today.
Very sad.
That our parenting role has been delegated to maids.
To maids and
every detail, oh God. So our children are being parented by the TVs and social media and the maids. We can do something by taking back our place and being present and connecting with our children. Remember, money cannot parent our children. It is the presence. Okay? Make the money, buy those video games and everything, but you must be present in every way. Okay? And also instill faith in the children as early as possible. I told you the story of BSF. Let them get into Bible stories, okay? Sit down and preach the gospel to them. Tell the stories to them, Bible stories and many other stories that will be meaningful to them, because faith must be intentionally taught and nurtured. It does not come automatically. It has to be taught and nurtured. So let us be there for our children. Let's love our children. Let's parent them, and God will bless our efforts.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you. And from what you've shared, it's as if you're always at home with the children all the time. How do you spend your leisure time? Do you have leisure time? How do you spend it? Briefly as we conclude.
Yeah, well, I have leisure time. Of course, like I said, we play games with the children.
Yes.
We do, sometimes we do exercise together. I remember the COVID time for me was the best time because everyone was in the same space at the same time. We played football, we took walks, we played all different games. But another thing we did, which was so fun and which we loved, was photography. I love photography. They love photography, so we took a lot of photos. But also we watched albums and we saw their stories from when they were young and how they grew up. It was so much fun, and we still do it. We share photos, we laugh, you know. So some of the leisure moments we spend in photography, in taking walks, instruments, of course learning house chores. My children work. They are good cooks. They are good people. They can entertain a guest even when I'm not there. So yes,
that's
so
amazing.
teaching them something.
Oh, so as we wrap up this show, we hope you have been inspired. I hope you have learned a thing or two on how to bond with your children. Yeah, and we have learned that it starts from the womb. But it's not too late. You can start now to be present in your children's lives. Praise the Lord. And of course, having quality time with them. Avoid regrets in future. Remember, when we go to heaven, They will not start as God will not ask you about, how many houses did you build? How many cars did you? No. Your children. Your first ministry is your family, your children, your husband, your children, your family. All those. That is what we are accountable for at the end of the day. And we thank you for always watching our show. May you please subscribe, like, share, comment, and refer this show, recommend it to someone so that they come and be part of it by sponsoring, by being our guests, by opening your homes for us to come and visit. And also, for example, we need practical sessions in our homes, in your sitting rooms, in your kitchens, in bedrooms. Please open up your homes for us and pray with us. Be our partner. And those who need to sponsor, they can come to our inbox. The contact is on the screen. Or you contact Family TV, Church of Uganda Family TV at Church House, level 13. Thank you very much. See you next time.